It was a quiet Friday evening, the kind of silence that doesn't feel peaceful, just heavy. My wife, Claire, had left earlier that morning, saying she needed some time to herself and would be spending the weekend at her sister's. Lately, we hadn't been arguing, but we hadn't been close either. The distance between us felt different, like something was missing, or maybe something was being hidden. Around 9 p.m., my phone buzzed. A text from her. Staying at my sister's tonight. Don't wait up. Short, flat, almost rehearsed. I stared at the message longer than I should have, feeling that uneasy pressure settle in my chest. Claire's texts were never this cold. She always added a few words, a heart, some tiny detail about her day. But this, it read like a statement, not a message. I called her. No answer. Tried again. Straight to voicemail. I told myself not to spiral. Maybe her phone died. Maybe she just needed space. But deep down, I knew better. After years of marriage, you can feel when something's off. Out of instinct, I opened the location sharing app we both used. Her location was turned off. Claire never turned it off. My heart started to race as I stared at those words, location unavailable. The house felt even quieter. Then a thought hit me, sharp and sudden. Ask her something she can't lie about. So I texted back. Oh, really? Which sister? No response. A minute passed, then 5, then 10. The silence between us grew heavier with every tick of the clock. Claire only had one sister, Emily, the one who lived 2 hours away. And I knew for a fact Emily was out of town visiting her in-laws that weekend. That's when unease turned into certainty. Cold, unmistakable suspicion. I didn't accuse her. I didn't say another word. I just waited. The low hum of the refrigerator was the only sound in the room. Then, about 20 minutes later, another text appeared. I'll be home soon. Don't do anything stupid. No explanation. No denial. Just fear. And in that moment, I knew whatever Claire was hiding, she was scared I found it. I sat still on the couch, rereading that one line over and over. Don't do anything stupid. Innocent people don't say that. That was the kind of message you send when the truth is closing in. 10 minutes passed. Then 20. Headlights swept across the living room window. Claire's car pulled into the driveway faster than usual. She rushed inside, pale and shaken. Why did you ask that? She demanded, her voice trying to sound calm, but cracking halfway through. I looked at her, steady. Because your sister's out of town, I said quietly. So, where were you really staying? Her eyes flicked away, just for a second, but that was enough. The truth was already written on her face. I was with a friend, she said at last, her tone defensive. I just needed to clear my head. A friend? I repeated, voice calm, too calm. Funny how you had to turn off your location to do that. She swallowed hard. Her silence said more than any excuse ever could. Finally, she sighed, dropped her purse on the table, and muttered, You're overreacting, Mark. It's not what you think. But that's the thing about lies. Once they start, they unravel fast. I walked to the kitchen counter, reached into her bag, and placed her phone in front of her. Then prove it, I said. Show me the messages. Her lips parted slightly. You don't trust me? I almost laughed. Claire, trust isn't a problem. Honesty is. She hesitated, then slowly unlocked her phone. My pulse hammered in my ears as she opened her messages. And there it was, text from someone named Ethan. Late-night chats, compliments, promises, and one message that crushed everything I thought I knew. Wish you didn't have to go home tonight. She froze. I didn't yell, didn't throw anything. I just looked at her and said softly, So that's where you were? Her silence was answer enough. Claire stood there, trembling. Her eyes wet as the truth hung between us like a loaded gun. For years, I'd given her everything, my time, my loyalty, my heart. And in one thread of messages, it all came undone. Mark, please, she whispered, her voice breaking. It wasn't like that. He's just someone from work. We were just talking. Talking? I said, my voice low but firm. You lied about where you were, turned off your location, deleted messages, and you call that talking? She shook her head, stepping closer. I didn't mean for it to go that far. I just felt lonely, and he listened. I swear I didn't. Didn't what? I cut her off. Didn't betray me? Didn't cheat? You don't have to cross a bed to cross a line, Claire. Her lips quivered as tears spilled down her cheeks. I made a mistake. I looked away, the ache spreading through my chest. No, I said quietly. Forgetting an anniversary is a mistake. This was a choice. Neither of us spoke after that. The house, once filled with warmth, now felt cold, like someone else's home. After a long silence, I grabbed my jacket from the chair and walked toward the door. "Mark, please don't go," she cried, reaching for my arm. "We can fix this." I stopped and turned just enough to meet her eyes. "You should have thought about fixing it before you lied. Before you turned off your location. Before I had to ask which sister." She stood there sobbing, her world collapsing in real time. I stepped outside into the cool night air and let the door close softly behind me. That night, I didn't drive away. I just sat in my car, watching the light from our living room spill across the lawn. My phone buzzed again and again with her messages, apologies, excuses, desperate pleas, but I didn't reply. Sometimes silence says what words never can. And though I didn't yet know what came next, one thing was certain. Claire would never look at a simple question the same way again, because that one question had exposed everything.